Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, Wayne Madsen and Wayne Madsen Report has really been calling it like he sees it and being very accurate in the years we've been interviewing him. And he's on with us right now. If you just joined us, we're talking about WikiLeaks. Israel is crowing in many news publications that they're the winners from this. Just like major Israeli newspapers admitted that, oh, yeah, Israel launched the super high-tech worm against Iran. And, oh, now our government, months later, doesn't point out that that's on record. They say, oh, we've got to take over the web and take your freedoms because of the Stuxnet worm. And it's the same thing here. And the big globalist interest in others, they want wars. They want to go after North Korea. I'm no fan of North Korea, folks, but we don't need a new war. The RAND Corporation, 2 years ago, told the CFR, you need something bigger than the Iraq war to be able to complete this world government, this corporate world government. So you notice everything is accelerating right now. Everything is getting crazier by the day. And that's because we're entering one of those serious times in history when economies start imploding and the elites are consolidating control. World War I, World War II, and now today, they start major wars. Wayne Madsen, do you agree with that statement?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and this isn't the first time the State Department has experienced a cell operating within its own ranks. We know about Alger Hiss. Back during the early days of the Cold War, we know about Felix Bloch in the 1980s, who was spying for the Soviets. He was a State Department employee in Vienna. And now we have another cell operating within the State Department. This poor PFC Manning, he's a patsy in every sense of the word, just like Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. But we've got these useful idiots like Assange and others who are basically pushing the story that came from a Lady Gaga CD. Nonsense. Whatever goes into it doesn't leave. If it's a magnetic or optical recording media, people told me that nothing has changed on those policies. And another thing, if millions started downloading millions of documents, the security officer would have been alerted to that immediately. Would have inquired what's going on.
Well, they have alarms on those systems. That's admitted, as you know. You work for the NSA.
Absolutely.
And they have to go through procedures on each document to even allow the computer to copy it.
Right. So you've got an audit for somebody accessing, and then the minute they start to copy, that's another audit trigger that's tripped. So the idea that Manning did this is nonsense. They set this guy up. I'm not saying he's squeaky clean. He might have taken a few things out, but he certainly, I don't know how he would have done it without being, discovered. This leak is coming from authorized people within the State Department, people who would have had access to that much information. We've got cables going back to 1985 all the way up to this year. This is a tremendous amount of information, but the people who would have had access to it would have had pretty high.
Isn't this part of the ongoing program of demonization of the United States? We're now entering this phase where we're going to be blamed for the world financial meltdown. I mean, this is the offshore banks preparing us to take the blame.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and I have to say that I can feel for Hillary Clinton right now. She probably knows what's going on. But I'll tell you what, pro bono, I would go to the State Department. If they give me access there, I would sit there and show them what I've got and who they should be looking at. And they're obviously trying to find out where these leaks came from. I would do that free of charge. It's only a few miles from where I live here in Washington. But, you know, they're not going to want me there, just like Assange in an email from some years ago when it was suggested I might be a member of the board of directors of WikiLeaks said, no, Madsen, he might have been good once. We don't want him now, because I would have smelled this guy and his sent out immediately.
Stay there. Let's cover any other angles and what you think is most important in these leaks. Then we've got Larry Pratt of Gun Owners of America popping in. They're now arresting people for things that aren't illegal. Stay with us. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to HomeGain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HomeGain150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com. Hi, this is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about the delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. I've told you for years that eFoods Direct has the best storable food on the planet. Now it's that time of year again, and their holiday special is here. They have 2 holiday price packs for you to put into your reserves for a secure future or to share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in 10 cans. And the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy tote bags. Now, for a limited time, when you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on your entire order. Call now, 800-409-5633, or visit them at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Okay, Wayne Madsen of the WayneMadsenReport.com is our guest, formerly with the NSA. Just excellent intel up on the Hill and at the press club from his other NSA and CIA sources, current and former. He's been calling WikiLeaks as a George Soros globalist operation for a long time, predicted that they would move in against banks and institutions that the globalists want to shut down. Now Assange has announced that's where they're going next. Clearly, this was not stolen from one military base. Communiques from the State Department going back a quarter century. This is really a rigged situation now. There's no doubt. And I agree with him. Assange is a useful idiot. I don't believe that he's a bad guy. We don't have evidence of that. But all of this stuff is clearly propaganda, and we're going to recap that and get into any other facets with Wayne Madsen here in just a moment. I got bad news for you. 2 weeks ago, the Food Safety Act, written by big agribusiness to openly shut down family farms, people even growing their own grapes, their own tomatoes, and selling them to people. It just gives open-ended, unlimited power for the FDA to just take over and shut down and fine and fee whoever they want, just like Wired Magazine, not Alex Jones. I mean, I gave you the same analysis months ago, but last week they admitted web censorship bill sails through committee, and they believe that's going to pass in the lame duck now. Just like 2 weeks ago, we said it looks like this bill will now pass because they've got the votes after it went out of committee. Senate passes overhaul of food safety regulations. They're set to pass, giving the Justice Department unlimited Stalinistic Mao power to literally shut down any website anytime with no proof, no nothing, no judge, no jury, no due process. That's set to pass. More banker bailouts set to pass. They are just destroying this country right now. We've got to repeal all this coming up in the next session. Just because they pass it doesn't mean they're going to be able to implement it. You can grow dates, you can grow oranges, you can grow apples, you can sell them to your neighbors, you can slice them up and can them. The government can't stop you. This is illegal, they're criminals, and I don't care what laws they pass. I'll have any garden I want, and I'll sell it to anybody I want, and it's big agribusiness that wrote this to shut down their competition. Senate passes overhaul of food safety regulations. Despite unusual bipartisan support on Capitol Hill and a strong push from the Obama administration, the bill could still die because there might not be enough time for the usual haggling between Senate and House representatives. Here's the problem. That's a New York Times thing to pacify you, okay? Because here's the bad news. Here's the Daily Caller. Hot Mike picks up discussion on Senate floor. Quote, it's all rigged. Hot Mike left on. This just came out minutes ago. Senate vote Tuesday. This is going up on InfoWars right now. Hot Mike left on during a Senate vote Tuesday morning on the Food Safety Act caught a senator complaining that the process of setting the agenda during the lame duck session is rigged. And it was Senator from Colorado, Democrat Senator Michael Bennet talking to Lieberman. And they've never done this before. They're doing things in procedural rules now where it is a dictatorship. There's no debate on any of this stuff. We're going to go to Wayne in a minute, but here's the short clip of Democratic Senator from Colorado, Senator Michael Bennet, saying it's all rigged. It's just all being rammed through. Here it is.
There's nothing about it because it's all rigged. I mean, the whole conversation is rigged. The fact that we don't get to a discussion before the break about what we're going to do in the lame duck, it's just rigged. This stuff's rigged.
This stuff's rigged. This stuff is rigged. Wayne Madsen, what's your take on that?
Oh, of course it's rigged. Look, this is what a lame duck Congress is doing. Where's Obama? He's busy playing basketball at Fort McNair and getting elbowed or hit by a fist. This guy, and now we've got the Weekly Standard, certainly not one of my favorite magazines, reporting this week that this guy suffers from a narcissistic syndrome. I mean, this guy loves the attention, but he doesn't want to do the job of being the president of the United States, which is more than just going out and getting applauded and high-fiving it with people out there on the campaign trail. Being president takes a lot more than just being a darn television celebrity. Absolutely.
We've only got a minute or two left. Wayne, any other leads you're working on the WikiLeaks mega fiasco?
Well, I want to point out on Manning, remember, the guy that turned him in was a WikiLeaks guy named Adrian Lamo. He turned him into the FBI. Here we have like a smoking gun on setting this poor guy up. The leaks didn't come from him. They're from inside the State Department. I worked in computer security at the State Department and the Bureau of Diplomatic Security. I know that to get that much information out there, if it's valid, and probably a lot of it is, we don't know how many of these digital documents may have been altered or forged, but that takes somebody within at a very high level within the State Department. That's the source. That's where the FBI should be looking. That's where the Justice Department should be looking. But don't think that Eric Holder, the Attorney General, is going to look to where the real criminals are. He's nothing more than a front man for these people, just like his boss, Barack Obama, is.
And just like the director of the FBI, in fact, it came out that the current head of the Justice Department was the instrumental front man as Deputy Attorney General with the Oklahoma City cover-up. Wayne Madsen, thank you for the report. We'll talk to you again very soon.
You bet.
All right, there's Wayne Madsen. I tend to agree with everything he's saying, and he's got the intel sources, and what he talks about continues to be borne out over and over again. I wanted to briefly get Larry Pratt on from Gun Owners of America today, up at Philly.com. Family, New Jersey man serving 7 years for guns he owned legally. And I see these kind of reports all the time. The guy had gotten divorced. His wife wouldn't let him see his kids. He was a professional guy with no criminal record. He was staying at his mom's house. He said, oh, is life even worth living?